back here. I will be back here. And I will be back with another vengeance.
Yeah, we'll lick our wounds. We'll get over this. We'll be fired up for next year.
Garoppolo has time, stands in, going deep, going for it all, and it's caught for the touchdown! On fourth down, Deebo Samuel for 6. Garoppolo's got all day. He's going to launch it deep down the field, going for it all, and getting it! Emmanuel Sanders, not touched, still on his feet, inside the 10, and he scores! 75-yard bomb from Jimmy Garoppolo to Emmanuel Sanders. Wilson, pressure off the edge, releases it, and it is intercepted by Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw now on the return. As he's still on his feet with blockers in front, Dre Greenlaw down the sideline. Can you believe this?
Looks like football, baby.
Pass is caught. Kittle breaks one tackle. Another. Wow, what a touchdown for George Kittle. Goff throws and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Warner. Fred Warner for the touchdown. Jeff Wilson has come in at running back. Garoppolo's throw is caught by Jeff Wilson. He's going to score a touchdown for the 49ers.
And the pass is going to be picked off by Bosa. Nick Bosa. Can't bring him down till he gets to the 8-yard line. Wow.
Now Evans in the slot. Winston picked off. It is Richard Sherman, who did not have an interception last year, and he returns it all the way for a 49ers touchdown, 32-yard.
Garoppolo fires. It is caught. Still on his feet is Kittle with a big play. And the stiff arm. George Kittle. Flags fly. He's down to the 30. What a run by George Kittle. Taking on everybody.
I'm a pumpy cut forever.
Feels great, baby.
Oh shit, you gold-blooded cunt lickers. Fucking daddy here. I don't know what the fucking today is going to bring. We're here for the Gold-Blooded Podcast. If you don't like that, suck it from the rear.
This is a podcast dedicated to the NFC West Champion, San Francisco 49ers.
The motherfucking NFC West Champions.
Feels
San
good.
Francisco.
Feels good, don't
Football. Oh, it feels so fucking good. There on so many levels does it feel good. I know it feels like a long time ago because the Niners played that fucking Thursday night game fucking 8 days ago now, or whatever the fuck.
At least we only got to wait till Saturday.
That is true. It's so weird how they're doing that with 9 games on Saturday and whatever. Neither here nor there.
Last week was weird too. Get Saturday games. And...
Right, the whole deal. Well, do you know what this... Let's stop this fucking show right here. Do you know what this past weekend represented as far as football games in my life?
No, I don't.
It was the 18th anniversary of my DUI, which was spurred by the 49ers playing a Saturday football game in 2004. So...
How about that?
Yeah, the 49ers were forced to play a Saturday football game. I was forced to go to a driver retraining class for 5 hours. It happened to have a bar across the street, and I would go to this
retraining class.
Yeah, I would go to this bar. We got one 15-minute break every hour for 5 hours. So once an hour, I would run across the parking lot into this little dive bar, and I went the first time at 11:45. I explained the situation. You put the 49er game on that's going to come on at 1 o'clock, and you have 2 shots of Jägermeister and a Budweiser waiting for me when you see me running across that parking lot, and there's $20 bills for you all day, lady. And she did that, and then the next thing I know, it was 3 a.m. I had consumed a pile of cocaine, allegedly.
Did they win?
No, got beat by the Atlanta Falcons, I believe, like 19-13. It was, I could find the game. It was December 18th, 2004.
Well, happy anniversary.
Yeah, fuck that. Here we are, 2022, winning the motherfucking West, going up into Seattle with just a cock slinger in Mr. fucking Purdy. George Kittle, come on. Lots of good things to talk about here today. The first thing I want to talk about is just what fire I've been on picking these fucking scores.
Absolutely.
Off by 4. I'm 3 weeks in a row. I'm under 5 points.
It's impressive.
Each week. I guess 24-12. As we all know, the final score was 21-13. So I beat Kern and Bob and BBC. All right, Bob. First things first. Thursday night game. Did you watch live?
Yes.
From the homestead?
Yes.
Children were away. You were...
Yep.
I mean, by away, I mean sleeping. All right. I as well watched from the homestead. And I felt right. Okay, so, I mean, the game starts. They punt, we punt, they punt. And then that opens it up. Brock Purdy takes it down the field, handles the business. What are your thoughts on the Purdy after having this 3-game sample size? I mean, 2 starts and a 90%er.
I mean, this game, we won. That's all that matters.
Yes, sir.
He didn't blow my doors off. I don't think this defense is as good as many times we punted.
Okay, right.
I do not like the amount of 3-and-outs. That's a lot for us.
It definitely is.
It's out of character.
Yeah.
But it's his second start.
Second start, first road start.
Yeah.
And
a wild place.
Right, I was going to say. But with that said, whatever his road playoff games are going to be, it's not going to be a mild situation. You know what I mean?
And the second touchdown was off of a forced fumble.
Right.
By the defense. So,
Right, but again, he's doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, I mean, that's what all you have to do when you have a great defense.
At the end of the day, with Jimmy being the quarterback, maybe this game is 28-13 or 35, maybe. Yeah,
I don't even know if that's true because I don't even know if Jimmy plays better than that.
Right.
Who knows?
That because was this the game he ran one in there for the touchdown, or was that the prior game?
That was this one.
That was this
right?
one.
I don't know. It all blurs.
No, it wasn't.
Oh yeah, I guess it'd be right there.
It was the last game because yeah, correct. So that was the 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
nevertheless,
I couldn't be happier with someone with that much experience. That's for sure.
Right. I mean, he is. I'm comfortable and confident that we are hoisting the fucking Lombardi come February. I am not backing down from that. I do want to state, for those of you that are non-believers, about what we here at the Gold Blooded Podcast are about, if there's any of you out there, go back to the Chiefs game, right? And listen to the podcast after they lost to the Chiefs. You will hear my stoned, degenerate ass tell everybody this is a season of destiny and what's about to unfold is going to be historic. Then go and look what the defense has done the last 7 weeks. Then go and look what the rookie quarterback has done. Beating Tom Brady, that whole deal. Going into Seattle, beating them, clinching the fucking, locking it up. I was not wrong. I feel extremely confident in all the predictions I've made. And I am happy with the NFL. Well, I am happy with the 49ers right now. And that is taking me a long time to get there. With that said, Bob, what do you want to talk about?
I want to show you something, but don't look at the screen. I'll tell you when.
All right. I'm going to take my glasses off because I can't say
fucking
gots.
I'm hoping you haven't seen this, but
okay.
All right. Here we go. Oh, have you seen this? This is our walkout.
Okay. I have not seen this.
Okay. Why don't you give a play-by-play to the people?
All right. I see pretty much the D-line, defensive players, Trent Williams, bebopping, hoopty-hollering, getting down, doing a little diggity dance, finger pointing, good times.
They got the big boom box like,
yeah.
like last year they started. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Keep
assuming
an eye
there's
on
going to
the
be
screen.
something that's going to catch my eye, right?
Jimmy Ward.
Yeah, which I want to speak on Jimmy
There's
Ward.
Mooney Ward there.
Yeah. Trent Williams, 94, Amenahue.
Jimmy Ward's number 1 right there. Keep an eye on him. He's to the left. You can't see him right now.
All right.
They're like just out of the tunnel. A lot of 49ers fans around.
Yeah. Even though it's Seattle.
Big Trent's got some flow.
I mean, they're just Oh. Yes.
Wait.
Okay, so let me explain to the people what's
Look
what
at him.
I've just seen.
Look at him.
This is fucked up, Bob. I need you to pause this right here. I'm going to tell you why this is what you just did. You fucked me here. I was going to come in here today and tell you, Bob, do you know who my favorite 49er currently is? Jimmy fucking Ward. His demeanor.
Is it because of this?
No, it
You didn't even know about this.
I
This just
didn't know
adds.
about this. I was coming in here to tell you that Jimmy
This just
Ward,
adds to it.
This totally adds to it. So what I see is the 49ers coming out of the tunnel. They're dancing, they're bebopping. They got the fucking towel boy holding the boombox, and they're intimidating. They're not walking fully out of the tunnel. They're just standing there bebopping. Jimmy Ward must go to the stands and grab someone's sign. Do you know what the words on the sign were?
I don't, but I do know that this week, Joe Staley, before this game, Joe Staley talked about the worst fan in Seattle.
Okay.
And that he's got a sign and he yells and he's the worst fan ever. And this was apparently his sign.
Okay. So we can't read what the sign says, but Jimmy Ward apparently walked right up to the fan in the front row, grabbed
rookie rookie quarterback. Game something. I don't know.
Yeah, so he's taking a shot at Brock Purdy. So Jimmy Ward takes the fucking sign. It's on a piece of, what do you call that?
Poster board,
Poster
maybe?
board. He rips it up into 6 or 7 pieces, and then him and Amenahue do the crip walk all over that motherfucker as they're just bebopping about. I fucking love it. Jimmy Ward is absolutely my favorite 49er right now. His aggressiveness, his demeanor in interviews, it's like he's never angry, but you know it just takes a flip of a switch and he will fucking stab you. Yeah, Jimmy Ward is absolutely that guy.
Watch Big Trent right here.
Middle finger.
Straight middle fingers to the Seattle fans.
Yes. Fuck you, he says. Yeah. Go back. I see Jimmy Ward jumped up for the sign. You see the sign there?
Yeah. Oh. Talk about... Oh, here we go.
Okay, well,
is it the same sign?
Yeah, because the sign had words on both sides. Stand by, folks. It says something about a collapse.
Yeah.
Championship collapse.
Talk about... Oh, it must be the NFC when they beat us or something.
Yeah, well, so here's what I'm going to tell anybody that... I mean, I don't know why anybody from Seattle would be listening.
I don't know how he got it, but I love it.
He probably jumped up.
Does he jump there and try to get it? Is that what you said?
I'm just assuming he must have jumped up and grabbed it.
Oh, that's great.
That's probably who Trent Williams is giving the finger to.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
At him. Oh, let me see it.
Fourth quarter, yeah. It says something about a fourth quarter collapse.
Yeah.
Imagine being a fan of the Seahawks and talking shit about how we lost to the Rams in the NFC Championship.
Could you imagine that?
Like your team wasn't even in the fucking...
What leg do you have to stand on?
That's amazing.
You make the fucking playoffs.
That's so amazing. Look at the little 12 sign around by all the 49er signs.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a second. How no one on this broadcast mentioned how loud the 49ers fans were.
Yeah.
All you ever hear about is how crazy those fans are.
Yep.
There were some loud fucking 49er fans in there.
Yeah. Oh, that was... I wasn't... Like, the 12th man, how it's been, I don't feel like that's what went on.
It was close.
It was close,
but like...
But there were more Niner fans in Seattle than I'm used to seeing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I also think there should be a way for the 49ers to put it out there now to start buying tickets to next year's road game in Seattle?
Well,
Just one time, just a complete takeover.
I guess that's what we're doing here.
How
yeah,
great
that
would
would be
that
so
be?
good, especially as
Like
the
a la
reigning,
SoFi?
as the reigning.
Well, what would be cool about it is if we took it over, you could tell that the stadium is what makes it loud.
Right.
Or that they're pumping in
No
if it was a
question.
full takeover.
Yes.
Most people think that it's not pumped in. In fact, did you hear John Lynch?
No.
They asked him if he thinks they pump sound in there, and he said he doesn't. He said he thinks it's the way they built the stadium. But when he said it, he said some of our other division foes, more southern, might. Taking a shot at the Rams.
Got to be the Rams.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
It was great.
okay. So, nevertheless, Geno Smith is exactly who I thought he was.
Yeah, he sucks.
He's a fucking cunt, twat, whatever. I mean, I'm glad that he made the Jets and the Giants look silly by coming out, at least proving himself to be a starting quarterback, because I think either one of those teams would be thrilled to have Geno the way he's playing this year, right? And that just proves incompetence in the front office, the coaching staff, the whole deal, in my opinion. And again, Pete Carroll is a lot of things, but he's probably, at the end of the day, a decent foot. I don't want to admit it because he's a fucking
Cunt.
he's a penis. He's a fucking flaccid penis is the only way I can describe that guy. Nevertheless, just absolute, the Niners were in control. And wait, now this was the game where it was either a pick six that they called back, right? That happened this game, right? So this thing should have been 28.
Yeah, but Brock threw a pick that they dropped.
Correct. All right. So you want to say something there?
No, I just want to see where we're at with the Vikings. The thoughts I have are, how much difference is the 3 seed or the 2 seed?
Well, I think what it boils down to, Bob, is who you play round one at this stage.
So let's start with this.
Okay.
The 1 seed's out of reach.
Right. Yeah. I think based
they
on
would win
tiebreakers,
tiebreakers
even
anyway.
if they lost out and we won out, I think they still have the tiebreaker.
And it's pretty much out of reach.
Right.
The 4th seed, also out of reach. We're not going to fall down to that.
Right.
Right? The Seahawks aren't going to catch us.
Yep.
Even if they do, we got the tiebreaker.
Yes, sir.
So it's 2 or 3. Mm-hmm. Okay? The Vikings are 1 game ahead for that.
Yep.
I don't know who holds tiebreakers. I have to feel like the way we've crushed the division. Oh, yeah, right there. I mean, conference.
That's what I thought
Right
it
there.
was, conference, right? Yes.
Yep, 100%, because there's no head-to-head.
If we could tie with Minnesota,
Yeah, all they have to do is lose a game, we got to win a game.
correct.
So then the question becomes, so let's say all the wild cards lose.
Right?
Then you'd be down to the 4 division teams, and we'd play them.
Right.
2 would play 3, 4 would play 1.
Yep.
So then the only difference there is if it's at Levi's or at Minnesota.
Correct.
I don't care either way. I'd rather it be at Levi's. I'd rather our
I think the
fans be
players
there.
would as well.
But I think we win either way.
Yep, I agree.
So then it's who do we play in the first round? And you're looking at Giants, Commanders, Seahawks right now.
Well, so, okay.
I mean, Dallas.
Yeah, you go
Dallas-
with this, and then I got something.
Dallas, New York,
Yep.
Commanders. Dallas is in already.
Yep.
So of those East teams, none of them scary also.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, agreed.
So, and which one? Don't have a choice.
So 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, and 4 plays 5, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But I don't care let's put it this way. I don't care which one of those 3 we get. I don't have a preference.
Okay.
Washington, New York, or Dallas. And chances are, if we beat Washington this week and Seattle wins, they're going to be ahead of them anyway.
So here's...
And Detroit could sneak in there.
This is what I'm going to say. I read an article that made the 3 seed, that made the Niners staying in the 3 seed. It made it seem like there was a benefit to it because you're likely going to play Tampa Bay at home, right? If this is the way it falls, right? 3
No.
plays. Oh,
Very unlikely to play Tampa Bay.
2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, 3 plays 6. Okay.
We're going to play a wild card team.
Right, yes, that's fine. So you're going to play a wild card team. the feeling that this article gave was that Detroit, the way they're playing, they're going to sneak into that 7 slot. And the way they're playing, that's a team you don't want to play in the first round, right? They might get that first round win. So staying in that, I hear
Goff.
I agree.
Jared Goff.
I completely agree. But I also understand Detroit is a feel-good story. You know what I mean? They are playing more motivated than the fucking Giants right now. Who would you rather play, the Giants or the Lions?
And Green Bay could get hot at any time too.
Well, they've won 3 in a row.
Yeah, let's not
going
kid.
into Miami on Christmas Day.
Let's not kid anyone. Any of these teams could fucking win.
Anybody.
But the real battle of this whole list of teams for us is the Eagles.
It seems like, I mean,
I don't like to choose but if the Eagles lose to a first round wildcard team, they're off the table.
Right.
Like that can happen.
It can.
And that's where having the number 2 seed becomes important.
Because
if the number 1 team loses,
right?
Now the number 7 team is in and the number 1 team's out. So then what happens? Let's say Minnesota, San Francisco, and Tampa all win, but the Eagles lose. Now what happens is Minnesota plays the 7, and we play the 4. But then when you get to the NFC Championship, if we win again, it goes to Minnesota.
Right.
Whereas if we're the 2 seed,
then
anytime the Eagles get knocked out, we now have home field.
Throughout.
If they get knocked out.
Right.
And if not, we got to go into Philly and win there, which happens either way.
Yep.
If they win.
Agreed.
So that's the key with the number 2. Now here's the key with if we don't care about the seed.
Yeah.
You can start to do things like limit Christian McCaffrey's touches.
Agreed.
And you could get Jordan Mason a bunch of touches.
And you could
we assume Mitchell's coming back, right? He's supposed to be coming back. He's not back yet, but hopefully we get him back.
Yep.
But if you get Jordan Mason, he had a 55-yard run in that. He's the one that sealed that game. So you get him rolling, and now defenses don't know what the fuck's coming, right?
Absolutely.
Now,
the other thing, okay, go.
And that goes for anyone that hasn't been getting as many touches as you'd like them to. You don't have to rush Debo back. You want him back to get warmed up and get going.
So I think we should mention what was said about Debo tonight.
Go for it.
Just real quick to interject. If you guys listened to Kyle Shanahan's presser today, today being Tuesday, Kyle said if this was a must-win game, we'd be working Debo out right now trying to get him out there. But because we're in a position where we've already got the West locked up, we think we're going to rest Debo and not force the issue this week and see where we're at next week. So it seems like this Debo injury was not nearly as bad as we all thought it was at that time. Sorry to interrupt.
And we also opened practice windows for Kinlaw.
Yes, sir.
And Kalia Davis, another defensive lineman. That doesn't mean they're going to play this week. In fact, the fact that it's not a must-win makes me think they're not. We just want to get them going.
Agreed.
A couple injuries from the game, by the way. Charvarius Ward's in the concussion protocol, but it looked like he was doing some stuff today. He should be good to go, especially with the long time off.
He didn't look like he had the non-contact jersey on, so I'm assuming he might be okay.
We have a long week. It might have been a walkthrough or something too.
Yeah.
Danny Gray left the game with a hamstring. I haven't heard an update on him. And Ambry Thomas left with an ankle. I have not heard an update on him either.
All right. I just want to ask you. Okay. So now it being. Yeah, well, first of all, Elijah Mitchell is on IR right now.
Short term, yeah.
Short term. If we're going to start to give McCaffrey maybe, a little bit of a break for the next few weeks, would this not be a prime time to get Davis Price some touches as well as Mason?
Mason's ahead of him.
I hear you,
but yeah.
Right? That's what would be great for now.
Of course.
I knew we had another rookie. I just couldn't think of his name. Anything about this game you really want to break down?
A couple things.
Okay. That missed field goal made me sad because that would have iced shit.
The drive coming out of half.
Okay.
Good return. We start at the 41.
Yep.
Nice return.
Yes.
Take that.
Ray has been a breath of fresh air on that front.
Yep.
Yeah.
one run up the middle,
5
and then
yards.
touchdown pass.
Yes.
54 yards. And that was a lot of George right there.
Oh, yeah. I know the big deal about Kittle had 2 touchdowns, right?
Yep.
I know the big deal was made about Brock Purdy's, the first one, the 2 pump fakes, pump to the left, pump to the right, hit him down the gut. That, I will tell you, was a sexy. That was sexy as fuck, right?
That play's called Hollywood. Do you know that?
Yes, I do.
Do you know that we've run it before?
With Jimmy, right?
Against the Rams.
Right.
In LA.
Yeah.
But the original play draw up, George fakes falling down.
Right, and then he said it's a bit too ridiculous.
It looks
I heard that.
too obvious.
It
It worked against the Rams, but
Yeah.
not for a touchdown.
Let me ask you this. Niners are currently on a 7-game winning streak. Do you think it would benefit the team to lose one of the next 3?
I don't know.
Isn't that always a
Yeah.
sketchy thing?
Yeah, if you lose one, you might get more fired up,
Right.
start another run, or it could be like, oh, fuck.
Right.
You start doubting yourself.
Exactly.
You start feeling invincible when you win 7 in a row.
I don't know what the best case is.
I don't even want to
I
get
gotta
involved.
be honest with you. I think continue to win.
Yeah, I don't want to get involved in any thought process.
No, continue to win. Continue to, what do they say? Iron sharpens iron. Is that what they say? Right? Like,
Sure.
just, we have some young guys. We got Brock. We got a younger team, right? Continue to grow as one in these next games. Have fun with it. If you do lose, it's not the end of the world. But we all have the common goal here. Yeah. Fuck you, fuck me. It's that time of the week. It's the beast of the week. The beast of the week. All right, Bob, what do you got?
I'm going to go George.
Okay.
A lot of those touchdowns were yards after.
Yeah,
He looked pretty. He made some guys miss, like flat out miss.
sure did.
He didn't even have to run him over. They just straight up missed.
Yep.
And to miss a big boy like that, I love that. I love when a big guy's got moves.
Absolutely. All right. On the offensive side of the ball, Bob, you can give it to Kyle Shanahan. You can give it to the offensive line. You can make an argument for Brock. You can make an argument for George. I am going to give it to Christian McCaffrey. I don't think I've outright given it to him yet this year. He had 138 all-purpose yards, averaged 5 yards a catch and 4.2 a carry. He had the touchdown. He's just a fucking workhorse. Listen, we all know how I feel about white players in the NFL. Typically, they can go elsewhere, but I am glad that Christian McCaffrey is a 49er, and I genuinely feel that if we did not have Christian McCaffrey, we would not be able to win the Super Bowl this year. And I feel like he's going to be that piece that absolutely puts our offense. I feel like in past years, there's always been a point where the offense almost becomes stagnant. You get into those, just nothing works kind of, they're trying to get the run going and it's just not going. Well, if anybody knows how to run behind an unmotivated fucking offensive line, and I'm not saying our offensive line is unmotivated, I'm just saying if anybody knows how to get yards when the cards are stacked against them, it's Christian McCaffrey. And I'm all about it. So, I'm very happy with that.
All right.
Defensive side of the ball, Bob.
I'm going to go Dre Greenlaw.
Can I see the stats there?
Hold on. I'm going to go Dre Greenlaw.
Yes, sir.
Dre's been all over the field, first of all.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster.
If he didn't have to play next to Fred Warner, he'd be one of the best linebackers in the league. Because he plays next to Fred, everybody looks at Fred and doesn't notice Dre. But Dre should be a Pro Bowler. He is a top-tier inside linebacker in the NFL.
No question.
This tandem it's time to start talking Willis Bowman comparisons.
Yeah, I mean,
We've held off, but it's getting close.
yeah, I mean, you do it this year, you do it next year, or
He flies around.
yes.
That fumble, the timing of that fumble is so huge.
Which one now? Bob?
The one he forced.
Oh, I thought that was Ward that forced it, but okay.
No, Dre Greenlaw forced the fumble, and Charvarius Ward recovered it and ran it for 40 to the 6.
Right. Okay. You're right. Yes.
They have the ball. There's a minute left
Yeah.
in the half.
Yep.
They drive from the 19 to the 35. They're making moves. If they kick it's 7-3. If they even kick a field goal, we go to halftime 7-6. If they score a touchdown, we go to halftime down by 3.
Yeah.
Instead, he forces the fumble. The ball is then carried to the 6-yard line by Mooney Ward, and then we score on 2 plays to kill a couple seconds, and it's 14-3 at halftime instead of 7-6 or 10-7.
And then we still force him to punt.
Huge. Absolutely huge.
Yeah, no question. You can't not argue that. Yeah.
And then that allows us not only to score at the end of the half, get the ball coming out of the half,
Yep.
and make it 21-3.
Maybe
and now it's
score another one.
that moment, the play before he forces that fumble,
Yeah.
is the closest this game felt to having a possibility of them coming into it.
Yep.
And he slammed the door on that.
Absolutely.
The timing is so huge to me. Big time players make big time plays.
No
at
question.
Big time moments.
Listen, there's
Obviously, before you say anything,
Uh-huh.
you could give it to Nick Bosa on every game.
every game.
I'm so sad that he got the penalty
Yeah.
because he would be sole lead of
What's
the
he
sacks.
tied now?
Yeah.
With who?
Micah Parsons.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of talk that he's in the lead for Defensive Player of the Year.
It's
And
close.
I'm like,
If it's that close, that one extra might have been the one.
you know which one's killing me right now? The fucking Tom Brady
Yeah.
one. Because fuck his knee.
Yeah, he should be way up.
Yeah. Yeah, he should be 2 up. All right, Bob. There is absolutely no disagreement in giving this to Dre Greenlaw. But I'm going to do something I haven't done this year. I'm going to give it to D'Amico Ryans.
Oh, you got his name right even. Not DeMarco.
I know.
Good
I
for
was,
you.
I was in my head. I was
Good
like,
for you.
he is just. He has.
You're
these-
like full coaching praise this week. I like it.
Yeah. He is. He has these guys playing at a fucking phenomenal level. I've watched 49er football my entire life, and I cannot think of us they have not let a team score 20 points since the Chiefs.
There's moments in these games where you almost feel bad for the other team.
They just have
At least for the fans, because there's nothing. They have no chance. Every time the quarterback drops back, it's like a fire. There's a fire. I got to get rid of this ball. And whoever he throws the ball to is like, oh, God, please don't throw that to me. I'm going to get killed. Oh, God, someone's going to take my head off. It just feels like frantic on the offensive side.
Here's what I've seen, Bob. I've seen Tua, right? Going into that game, Tua was statistically the best quarterback in the league, straight up. He had
In the MVP talk.
had the best completion percentage, the whole deal. He looked like he wasn't comfortable for a fucking... He was intimidated by the environment, let alone the fact that he now has straight up killers chasing him. Next week, okay, Tua, maybe he's new. Tom Brady could not settle at all. He couldn't get the ball up fast enough. And then this week, Geno Smith, for whatever it's worth, here's another guy who's in the top 5, top 10 statistically, had his team playing great, all set for a playoff. No, nothing. This defense is absolutely, in my opinion, it is the best 49er defense I've ever seen. In my opinion. I don't know.
Did you vote?
No, I would never.
Thank you for voting, it says.
The ballot is closed, so I think they just said...
Already?
Fan ballots are closed.
Oh, that's some
So you can see how it ended up for the fans, but now the players vote, and then I believe the coaches are writers. I know we had a lot of players in the number 1 position.
I can't read this fucking website.
Yeah, they're all terrible. But yeah, this is terrible. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. McCaffrey, Pro Bowl, Juszczyk, Kittle, Williams, Trent. That's it on the offensive side of the ball. Go back up for defense on the right side there, I believe. Boser,
Christ, this thing sucks.
Warner. And that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
How are there only 2 players?
It's because it's fan voting.
I know.
Like fans of other teams don't know who Dre Greenlaw is or
This
Mooney
is
Ward
fucking
or
stupid, yeah.
Eric Armstead or any of these guys. Once that goes to player voting, you'll see them jump up.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so what's the next thing we do here, Bob?
Probably one of these.
Yeah. So, listen up, cunts. This is the Gold Blooded Podcast. We are here because we live, breathe, eat, sleep, and shit the San Francisco Football 49ers. If you don't like any of that, then you're clearly probably not listening at this stage of the game anyway. So, for that, I want to tell you I love you. We do have a sponsor that we would really appreciate if you found a way to give them love. You could go to luckyrosetattoo.bigcartel.com. You can go to lucky_rose_tattoo on the Instagram. Or if you're in fucking Connecticut, you can make your way to Middlebury, Connecticut, where the Lucky Rose Tattoo exists. It is a wonderful place to get tattooed, and they have wonderful items to purchase on the Big Cartel. We would like you to give us reviews. However you listen to us, go there and leave a review. That'd be great. Instagram. We have an Instagram account. Gold Blooded Podcast. One word. Check us out over there. If you have some money and you'd like to send some our way, www.patreon.com/goldbloodedpodcast. Check us out. But the most important aspect of the particulars here is our email address, where you could drop us a voicemail, an email, a picture of your fucking mom's twat, whatever you got, we want it. It is goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. Drop us a motherfucking line over there. Bob, I gotta tell you, Brecken Welton had a request for you. He wants more stories about your father's lady friends. So, there's that. That's out in the world, bud. I don't know, Bob. I am...
Feels good to be a 49er fan, I'll tell you that.
Can I tell you one thing I read this week?
Yes. You can tell me anything you read.
Okay. I read she was a female football writer, and I think she had one of the best ideas for NFL scheduling that I've ever heard. This woman said, all right, clearly Thursday night games are fucked. No matter what teams you put up there, you have teams coming off 4-day rest to get prepared for another game. It's not fair on any level. So what you need to do is you need to make the regular season 19 weeks. Okay? You give each team 2 byes. All right? Just bear with me through this. So everybody gets a bye whenever fuck, and then before you play your Thursday game, you get a bye the week before. So you're not going into the Thursday game on 4-day rest. Then what that does, that pushes the playoffs back a week, or forward a week. Then it pushes the Super Bowl forward a week, which would then make the Super Bowl President's Day weekend. So you'd have the Monday off after the Super Bowl. And I just thought that was a genius fucking idea.
It's a little weird because then, like, week 2, somebody has a bye.
Right. But you get 2.
Yeah.
Each
You still
team
get the
gets
other
2
one.
byes.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
You know, it's something to be considered, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
and not every team plays Thursday, though, right? Or
every team plays Thursday. Not every team plays Monday or Sunday night. Every team plays Thursday. So everybody gets that national media.
Shanahan was saying that sometimes the Thursday night game is nice. Like, as much as it sucks to get ready for it, you get the nice break after.
Right.
Like, they got the whole weekend off.
Yeah, this is almost like a mini bye and after the game. And the fact that we escaped the game with not many serious injuries, I think, is a real good thing.
Yeah, well, like, somebody who was in the concussion protocol last week, so there was no chance they were going to make it.
Right.
Womack.
Oh, Womack, right.
But then this week, Mooney Ward's going to make it.
Unless
so it's like,
it
goes both ways,
right.
you know?
Totally.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there was something else there, but I just I sidetracked myself there. All right, listen, fuck the Seahawks so hard.
Fuck 'em.
I'm so glad that's over. I doubt we're going to see them in the playoffs, and if we do,
Fuck them.
Fuck them. Yeah. Everything is well. Everything is copacetic.
Oh, breaking news.
Breaking news.
This just in.
Just in. Beep, do 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 boop 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 do 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 boop boop boop.
YouTube TV
Yes. Oh.
emerges as the front runner
Oh.
for Sunday Ticket.
Wow.
That would be great.
Wow.
I would love that.
You have that, right?
No, but I would love that because oh.
What's up?
Did you watch on Amazon Prime this week?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to hopefully help everyone right now.
I know what you're going to say to me, but go.
I'm hopefully going to help everyone.
Okay.
I watched on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
The last game I watched on Amazon Prime was enraging me
Okay.
because I could not pause it. I could not rewind it.
Okay.
It was enraging.
Why couldn't you do that?
If you, when I open my Amazon Prime and I go to the game,
Yes.
there's an option to watch live.
Right.
If I watch live, I have no control.
Okay.
However, if you go to the game first and instead of clicking watch live, click watch from the beginning,
Yes.
you now have full control
Of going back and forth.
of going back and forth.
Yeah.
And I had to search to find these instructions.
Right.
Brain goes to watch live. I want to watch the game live right
course,
now.
yeah.
So I clicked on that. But when I searched it out, if you click on start from the beginning, you can pause, rewind, fast forward.
And then fast forward to the, yeah.
So something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
But the Prime, the whole thing is not fun. I'll be honest. I like Richard Sherman sometimes. He's been a lot lately.
Yeah.
His podcast is too much.
Yeah.
I know. I'm not feeling him as an announcer. I don't know who YouTube would hire, but hopefully not him. I don't know who YouTube would get, but the YouTube interface has been good for me lately. I watch a lot of stuff on there.
So can I tell you where I'm at with it? With sports on TV in general? As we know, the World Cup just transpired. Now, I have a Peacock account I pay for, whatever it is. The only reason I do that is there's like golf that I a lot of times I watch golf through Peacock. So Peacock broadcasts the World Cup every game. But so did FS1, Fox Sport. Fox Sport 1 had, English-speaking commentators. Peacock only broadcast it in Spanish for whatever reason. I was so much happier watching the games in Spanish. And again, I don't speak Spanish. And I'm honestly, if I have the option of putting the game on in Spanish, I prefer it. I feel like I'm learning something a little bit, and I'm also not getting Troy Aikman, Moose Johnston, Tony Romo.
Yeah,
I'm not
bunch of
getting
dickheads.
Right. I would rather take a couple nice Spanish men. They get so excited when good things happen. It's just a nice time. I really, really like the Spaniards
I'm gonna
doing the commentary.
I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
If the execs over at YouTube TV are listening,
Yes.
or whoever ends up winning this contract, I'm gonna make it real easy for you.
Real easy.
When I click on the game, just give me the choice of which announcers I get.
Well, Prime
The
does
Niners
that.
announcers.
Oh, that, yes.
Or the other teams.
Yeah.
Just let me pick which team's announcers I get.
Yep.
You don't have to hire anyone. You don't have to interview anyone. You don't have to do anything. And if I'm not a fan of either team, I'll just pick one. And if I don't like them, I'll try the other one.
Yep.
You don't have to pay anyone. You could just send a check to the guys that already do the work and just let them announce it.
I hear you, man.
It would be done. It's that easy.
But again,
that's how the baseball package used to be on Sirius. Like if you listen on the radio, you just go to the game and you pick which ones you wanted.
it's just the NFL and their fucking...
I would love to have Greg Papa and Tim Ryan.
Oh, my God. I went back and listened to the Tom Brady... I watched highlights of the Tom Brady, the Bucs game, and they did it with the Greg Papa sound bites. Oh, my God, dude. It's so good.
It's awesome.
It's so good.
And like, you ever hear someone do like a Fight Companion or one of those?
Right.
They like count down the time so you can like set it up.
Yeah.
Like I wish there was a way to like sync up so that the radio brought like I've tried and it's so impossible. Like I'd watch on a little bit of a delay if I had to get them.
Right. And I know this is ridiculous and Jessica gets frustrated with me, but listen, I can watch a football game and know 90% of what's going on. There's like one or two plays a game that, on mute is what I mean. Like, I watch the game on mute and I put music on. And I know 90% of the shit, but sometimes there's like an injury or a very weird penalty that I don't know. And I get it, but like when Jessica's trying to watch, she needs the commentary to really lock in and zero in. If not, she gets distracted by the fucking birds and the cats and shit. But with the technology that's available today, that you're absolutely right. They need to do home, away, and national.
If they want to have a national, fine, but they don't even need it.
Right. And what's fucked up is I have my cable scam. I can't even go to the California channels and try to get the Greg Papa. It just doesn't. It sucks. All right. With that said, it's a holiday week. We're going to wrap this episode up now. We're going to dive headfirst into the other episode, and then we're going to go pull our dicks out and get ready for St. Nick, who's bringing fucking gifts of joy to all 49er fans this holiday season. So check back in, because we're coming at you with episode 2.